All right, it is upon us, and I will tell you, I think I probably pulled the trigger a little bit too early. About a week ago on Blackberry Winter, I know some of the areas in the southern part of the viewing area, the blackberries were blooming, but now I think it's obvious all the blackberries are blooming here in North Alabama. So this is going to be Blackberry Winter, and it's a good thing because we're going to skip this next round of severe weather. If you missed that, I've got another segment on the severe weather threat and our thunderstorm threat that's coming in Friday. The severe threat's going to be well out to the west, though, across northeast Texas through Arkansas, Missouri, southeast Kansas into Iowa. So let's talk about this cold snap we have. And it's not just for the weekend. We've got cooler weather coming much of next week. In fact, I think we're going to finish out much of the month of April with slightly below normal temperatures, more rain. In fact, the rain could become widespread as we get late Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. I know we're not even through this Wednesday or Thursday, but the forecast confidence is increasing at some widespread rain. So I guess if you're looking at putting some plants in the ground after Monday, that would probably be a good sign that we're going to get widespread rain, maybe sodding, putting some sod out, planting some grass, things like that. It looks like kind of a steady, moderate rain. It doesn't look like an overflowing, flooding rain, but this time of year, it doesn't take much for the rain intensity to pick up some. I do want to focus here Friday, late in the day, into Saturday morning. That's the next round of showers and thunderstorms, but next week looks to be kind of a steady rain. And the Blackberry Winter we're talking about is going to start moving in Saturday and continue through at least the early part of Monday, watching the threat of frost Sunday morning and then Monday morning. So let's get into it. Sunday morning really depends on the wind, and Monday some of the model guidance is trending just a little bit upward. So that may help us out. So again, it's not looking like a widespread, prolonged killer frost the way we see it right now, but something to keep an eye on. This is the temperature forecast by the GFS model, and that's pretty much what I'm going to show you on both of these. This is going to be Sunday at noon. And coming up, I'm going to get closer here into North Alabama and southern Middle Tennessee, and we'll talk about Saturday as well. Saturday starts out rainy, but it ends up just being cool, breezy, and cloudy, and it's just going to feel more like winter. That's why they call it Blackberry Winter. So temperatures in the 40s around the noon hour Sunday, squeaking out the 50s, but it will be sunny Sunday afternoon, even though we start the morning in the mid to upper 30s with a wind chill factor in the low 30s. But keep in mind the wind chill, even if it's below freezing, will not freeze the plants, but it will stress them out quite a bit. Looking across the Tennessee Valley, Monday morning, we start off in the mid to upper 30s. I think the chance for frost is probably higher. Southern Middle Tennessee, over towards Chattanooga, and some of the sheltered valleys here in northeast Alabama. And I say that because Monday, the winds are definitely going to be lighter. In fact, they'll probably be calm out there. It's the Sunday morning, may actually be colder in a few areas, but the wind may stay up just enough. As we get into the rest of the day here on Monday, back to work. Monday's going to be a beautiful afternoon. It's just going to be cool with temperatures slowly reaching the low 60s. So here's a closer view here of the forecast temperatures, and I kind of went through the early part of the day pretty fast there, but what you didn't see is clouds. It's a wind out of the north at about 15, gusting to 20, and temperatures barely in the 60s, feeling more like the 40s all day Saturday. So if you have outdoor plans Saturday, I've had a few weddings, people asking about the rain. The afternoon looks dry, but it's going to be windy and chilly. As we get into Sunday morning, here's where we start to kind of flirt with a frost. But the thing you need to know about frost, the dew point temperature has to be below freezing. We're going to have that. The air is going to be dry enough. However, what we're seeing here is the wind staying up out of the northwest. If it stays up over about 8 miles an hour, that keeps frost, because frost is really delicate. It starts to form, and then when that wind blows across it, it keeps it from forming. Now, no doubt your plants will be stressed out in these mid-30s, but the thing about Sunday is going to be the wind. So when you keep checking back for forecast, or if you're checking out our First Alert weather app, make sure you're taking a look at the wind speeds as well and the temperatures. But it's going to be one of those nights where you're probably best to cover up your plants. So as we mentioned this, coming up this weekend, you may want to hold off on putting anything in the ground unless you already have. And ground temperatures have been warming up, so that'll help. So if you cover them up, the ground temperature should protect what you have in the ground. It's not like several years ago when we dropped into the 20s late April. Man, that was brutal. That killed about everything, including going to the crepe myrtles. They didn't even bloom that year. And we had record lows. But here's the forecast temperature Sunday afternoon, struggling in the 50s, although it will be sunny. And then here we go into the Monday morning hours. I think this is the most likely time for the frost to be a little bit more widespread, especially in sheltered valleys. As we really, temperatures around 36 degrees with a calm wind and a dew point at or below freezing typically is where we start to get the frost. So Monday will be a threat for a frost. And this should be the last time. And in fact, this is a late season frost. Tax day was today. Hope you got your taxes done here. The 18th, by the way, in case you're watching this at a later date. And usually, it used to be the 15th. We used to say, and the old folklore was wait until April 15th, wait until tax day to put the plants in the ground. And this just happens to be one of those years where we're looking at a potential late season frost. Monday itself, we start to warm back up. But again, that's Blackberry Winter. Don't forget to subscribe here to my channel. I've started to do some home improvement projects that I'm running video on now. I've got the fishing trip from Texas, and I just have to kind of put all that together, and I'll be sharing all that here. So it's not just going to be weather on my YouTube page. There's going to be a lot more to it. You guys take care and enjoy the weather.